Well, watching Donald Trump's day today, I'm just struck by the fact that we have a president again. I mean, look at this guy's day. 3 speeches, 196 executive actions, holds a 90-minute press conference narrating each one as he goes along. I mean, Joe Biden could not and would not offer the kind of transparency or vigor to the American people that we got here on day one from Trump. And tonight, Trump's going to throw on a tux and go to 3 balls. I mean, he's having an active day. I think it's going to be a massive amount of contrast here for a presidency like what we're going to see out of Trump and versus what we've had out of Biden.
That's Republican and CNN black sheep Scott Jennings upsetting a panel of sour-faced pretend journalists by telling them that it's nice that America finally has a president again. Welcome to Nerk News, I'm Nerkish, and it's no secret that CNN has basically been on life support since the election. Morale is low and layoffs are just around the corner. On top of that, several of them couldn't stop themselves from having on-air hissy fits during Trump's inauguration.
As former President Barack Obama, it was Obama's presidency that really created Donald Trump as a political force, as he falsely said that falsely suggested that Barack Obama had not been born in the United States, but that the first African-American president in American history had actually been born in Africa. A racist and malicious lie. But Barack Obama, nonetheless, attending this inaugural. Michelle Obama not there, as we've discussed in the immortal words of Bartleby the Scrivener.
Which leads us to the only thing generating ratings and keeping the network afloat, Scott Jennings, who seems to be doing more and more segments and providing much-needed reality checks to professional crybabies and Democrat sycophants like Van Jones.
I was watching Trump today, and Van and I were talking earlier today, watching him walk down the hall of the Capitol, and the words that came to mind to me were gritty, resilient, determined, and audacious. There's not like a more perfect advertisement for the value of these qualities in modern America. I mean, you think about all the things that happened to him. Winning, losing, the court cases, nearly being assassinated. It's rather audacious what he has accomplished, winning this election and taking office today. And you said you were in shock. Well, Republicans are in awe.
What about the pardons? What's your take on that?
Here's what I think. Were these people punished? Yes. Were they ruined financially? Yes. Did they spend time in jail? Yes. Have their lives been ruined? Absolutely. And one of you said earlier, Van or Axe, that you think this sends a terrible signal that you can get away with things like this, as though we've never had a moment in recent American history when people were not punished for rampaging around when they shouldn't have been. It was the summer of 2020. And these people were actually punished. Those people were never even charged.
Hey, that's not true at all.
That's not true. Most charges are not.
Let him answer. But I do see it differently in that I don't like it when people tear up buildings at all. I'm not a part of some pro-riot, pro-crime lobby.
You know, CNN really needs to listen to Jennings if they want to survive, because he's repeatedly explained to them that all of this is a losing issue for establishment media and Democrats. And more importantly, he's explained why. I mean, maybe this would have some traction if it hadn't happened after citywide riots that were being downplayed and even celebrated by people on the left. But that clearly wasn't the case, and on top of all of that, Americans just endured 4 years of elites and the media repeatedly gaslighting us and blaming us for problems they created. So sorry if Americans don't have enough energy to care about something that happened 4 years ago.
But you mentioned pain, both of you did. And there is a lot of pain being felt by the 140 police officers who were attacked during the January 6th attack on the Capitol. When it comes to law and order, Donald Trump's spoken about it many times. Republicans have always said that they are the party of law and order. How can that be now after seeing that all of those who took part in that attack, those who were violent as well, or have been pardoned by Donald Trump or their sentences commuted? First to you, Scott.
Well, first of all, I don't particularly care for what happened on January the 6th. I didn't like it the day that it happened. I don't like it today. I think it was a terrible day. I don't think the people who participated in it should have done that, and it should never happen again. That's number one. Number two, The people who did participate in it, by and large, all face some kind of punishment. A great many, hundreds, thousands went to jail. Some have already been in jail and completed their sentence. Most were financially ruined. Their lives have been ruined. They paid a severe price. It's Donald Trump's position that they paid enough, and that's his prerogative as the president. I don't like the idea that people who assaulted police officers are getting any kind of leniency, because I think that is a special kind of crime. I'm a strong defender of police officers, and I do take the term law and order and back the blue very seriously. But there's no political benefit for Trump to do this. This isn't a particularly popular thing to do. However, I would point out he did campaign on it. He made it perfectly clear what he intended to do, and he followed through on it. I do think and hope that this now will put this behind us, that this is over. The American people have adjudicated this in the election as a political matter. And hopefully it never, ever happens again in this country.
It's absolutely hilarious that the same media who recently tried to soft pedal justifications for the fatal attack on that healthcare CEO can't fathom why Americans aren't as worked up about J6 as they are, when Congress has an approval rating of about 20% on a good day and trust in the media is at an all-time low. I mean, I'm not trying to justify anything here, but it's a little insane to expect people to give two craps about something that happened 4 years ago, or think that is going to drastically sway public opinion or voting patterns at this point, especially when the people peddling the hysteria habitually blow things out of proportion and gaslight people. So call me crazy, but I think Jennings' assessment here is certainly more balanced than what you typically see on networks like this, and more representative of where the American people are at. But let me know what you think. How do you feel about Trump's first few days in office? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Bye.